You read that title correctly, everyone. Draco's ancestor was a serial killer. In fact, the Malfoys weren't exactly as prestigious as they appear to be in modern times. They've got quite a dark, dirty history, and I want to talk about two of those Malfoys today. Nicholas Malfoy and his ancestor before him, Armand Malfoy, who was the first Malfoy to ever come to Britain. Anyway, let's start with Nicholas, as he's most likely the reason that you all clicked on the video. Now, Nicholas was a nasty piece of work. He was pureblood, of course, attended Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a Slytherin, no surprise there, and strictly upheld the Malfoys' pureblood supremacist beliefs. He was extremely frustrated with muggles being accepted by magical folk, especially after the years of hardship they put the magical race through. More muggle-borns were coming into their powers. Purebloods were marrying muggles, half-bloods were marrying muggles, muggle-borns were marrying muggles, and the concept of a pureblood wizard or witch was vastly beginning to die out. Nicholas Malfoy decided to take things into his own hands and begin devising a plan to eradicate as many muggles as possible. Now, the Pottermore Wizarding World website used the word Muggle Tenant, so I'm going to assume, for the sake of the video, that Nicholas owned some sort of residence close to a Muggle establishment that he rented out originally to magical people. As his frustrations at the current political climate grew, Nicholas began renting the premises to Muggles. He then used it as an excuse to begin killing them and passing their deaths off as a result of the Black Death plague itself. Nicholas done this for a number of years without ever getting caught. Even the Wizards' Council, the precursor to the Ministry of Magic, had no reason to question what had actually happened, as it was outside their jurisdiction and it wasn't actually magical people who had been killed. It just goes to show that the nasty streak had been passed down through the Malfoy generations in addition to their views on elitism. But anyway, that's the story of Nicholas Malfoy. However, it's only one of two stories I've got for you on the Malfoys, because now we're gonna go a little bit further back in time. We're gonna shift the focus to the very first Malfoy. The first Malfoy to grace the shores of Britain, and I mean that sarcastically. Armand was a Frenchman who came to Britain on the back of the Norman invasion. Now, it's not known what magical school he attended, if any, as it was quite early days in terms of magical education. And from my own calculations about Beauxbaton's age, being 700 years old, that means the school wouldn't have existed back when Armand was alive. Now, it's not exactly explained how he did it, but he managed to strike a friendship with William the Conqueror before the latter was appointed king. When William did become king, Armand used his magic to provide certain services for his new liege. Malfoy became a close confidant of William, and after many years, he was finally rewarded for his loyalty to his Muggle king. So, what did this loyalty get him? Well, in exchange for his years of service, King William granted Armand a prime piece of land in Wiltshire, seizing the property from former landholders who owned the land for decades. This piece of property would go on to become Malfoy Manor and would be the home of the Malfoy family for the next 10 centuries. Later members of the family would expand the estate even further by annexing more property from the surrounding Muggles. Now, it's quite ironic that the Malfoys boast about their bloodline being pure, in addition to their stance on how society should be, when their actual estate, their home, Malfoy Manor, was gifted to them by a Muggle king. Maybe the comfort in that fact is the knowledge that it was taken from Muggle farmers. My only explanation for Armand's somewhat weaker approach towards Muggles is down to the fact he was the first Malfoy in Britain. He didn't witness the hardships that magical-born people had been going through. It was only as he settled and started establishing the Malfoy name that he began to witness the atrocities of an unnecessary war. His descendants obviously carried on those beliefs, and things became more extreme as the tensions became worse over the years. It's important to remember, guys, the Muggles started the war on the magical folk. They hunted innocent people because they were different, so it is entirely possible that Armand Malfoy was actually not such a bad person. He was the first of a line that slowly became bitter and corrupt after so many years of oppression. Maybe the Malfoys were actually nice people at the start. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. With that being said guys, I hope you enjoyed some Malfoy history today. I particularly found those two Malfoys very interesting. One was a serial killer and the other may not have been as nasty as we think. Thanks for watching guys, have a great day, and I will see you all in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching, I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever, so please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do, it's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content, so if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDeanJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.